have my glasses on for the start of this video, but I don't like them. Look, I feel like I look too, I feel a bit too old. I feel slightly matronly with my glasses on, and that's not my vibe. It's not how I want to feel, so I took them off. Anyway, just a video today, little snippet of information for you. I want to talk to you about your brain and how your brain will trip you up if it gets the chance. So your brain has been programmed for years and years, well, not particularly your brain, but everybody's brains, you know, have been, when you think back to the Stone Age and the dinosaurs and the first people on the planet, our brains were developed to keep us safe. There was this thing called the reptilian brain, and it was basically a defense mechanism to keep you, it was like a fight or flight response. So basically, you know, you'd be just living your life in the Stone Age, you know, living in your cave, whatever you're doing, and there could be I don't know, let's just say a big cat, big, not a lion, because I don't think they were around then, but you know, some kind of big, like a snow leopard or something, and they could obviously kill you, they could obviously hurt you, and so your brain was in this state of, I need to keep safe, I need to keep safe, we need to keep in fear, we need to keep ourselves, you know, this is my job. What I do is I keep my humans safe, and so I have to be ready to fight, I have to be ready to run. Do you know what? You don't need to live like that anymore, and this is a good thing. We don't live in those times. So I guess my message right today, I know I started off on a bit of a tangent there, but where I'm going with this is that honestly, I surprise myself sometimes. Anyway, where I'm going with this is that if you do the same things over and over and over again, you're not going to get any different results, right? So if you've been trying to do things, if you've been trying to change, if you've been trying to step out your comfort zone, maybe go live, you know, if you're starting a business or you want to do something, you know, you might be a network marketer and you're being told you need to go live, and show off the products. You know, it's not good enough anymore to just do a picture. You need to, and you're thinking, there's no way in hell I'm going live. There's no way in hell. Can't do it. I'll mumble. I won't know what to say. It will all be an absolute disaster and nobody will buy anything. That is the part of your brain that's in your fight or flight mode, and it wants to keep you stuck because its job is to keep you safe. And it sees going live as an example of we're stepping out of our comfort zone now, and this is not normal to us, and this is not what we normally do, and so therefore I need to protect you, and I need to rein you back in, and I need to stop you from doing it, and you're not going to do it. And so you let that part of your brain take over and you stay stuck. And to get new results, to change your life, to create something new, you have to make new choices. You have to act in a new way, and you need to tell your brain that it's actually okay. And once you've gone live once, as we're using that as our example, once you've done that once, your brain will go, oh, actually, that didn't kill us. That's not too bad. I could probably get on board with this. We probably need to try it again, so we'll do it again just to make sure, but at the moment I'm okay with it. And so the next time you go live, it's better. It feels easier. It's not quite so icky and horrible, and you feel better. And so you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, and you create this new habit, and you create this new identity and this new persona, and eventually your brain, your subconscious brain that's running the entire show, will get on board and go, we're still alive. This didn't kill us. You know what? This is part of our new normal now. I'll let that in, and we're all right to do this from now on. And so that's how stepping out of your comfort zone can at first seem really scary, because your ego brain, your reptilian brain, is trying to keep you stuck. It's trying to keep you in the old patterns, in the old ways, in the old thoughts, the negative thoughts of, well, this might kill us, so we're not going to do it. So the more you practice it and the more you step out that comfort zone and the more you go for it, the more it will become second nature. And a week, 2 weeks, a month down the line, you will wonder what on earth you were scared of, because it becomes your new normal. You have kind of programmed your brain to go, I don't mind doing that. That's actually okay. And the good news about this is that as hard as it is, and as scary and fear-based as it feels to actually do the new thing, you can choose to override the old patterns inside your head. You can choose a new thought, you can choose a new pathway, and you can tell your brain, that part of your brain that's trying to keep you stuck, you can tell it to go away. I'm going to do this anyway, and I'm going to create a new pathway and a new way of being and a new persona, and it's not scary, and I'm going to step through, I'm going to burst through that comfort zone, and I'm going to do it anyway. And once you've done it, like I say, once you've done it, it becomes normal, and then you don't even need to try, because then it becomes your second nature. And so do not let, the message for this video is, do not let that part of your brain that's trying to keep you stuck, that's trying to keep you in fight or flight, do not let that part of your brain derail you. Do not let it keep you stuck. Do not let it become the fear-based story that you can't change, that it's too hard, that it feels too horrible, that you're never going to get through it, that it's never going to be easy. When I first started in network marketing, just to tell you a story, I used to tell myself, because back in the day I used to sell makeup, as you all know if you've been following my journey, and I used to say to myself, why on earth would anybody buy makeup from me? Because I'm old, I'm not glamorous, I'm not good at putting makeup on, I'm like mutton dressed as lamb. Why on earth would somebody choose me over an 18, 20-year-old glamorous, gorgeous person that can do a winged eyeliner with ease when I just looked a mess? But that was the part of my brain that was saying to me, you can't do that. Who do you think you are? Why on earth do you think you can do that? Get over yourself. You're way too old to do that. It wasn't giving me those thoughts to be mean, although it felt horrible to me at the time. It was giving me those thoughts to keep me stuck and to keep me safe, because putting myself out there on Facebook and doing a video when I'm trying to do a winged eyeliner and making a complete and utter fool of myself was scary, like really, really scary to me. And it felt uncomfortable and it felt horrible. And so all these thoughts running through my head, and the part of my brain that was going, you can't do that, was trying to keep me away from feeling those horrible feelings. And it was trying to keep me in my comfort zone, in my pattern of normal, so that I wouldn't put myself out there for criticism, or so that I wouldn't put myself out there, because what if I didn't get sales? And then I'd just done this horrible, horrible thing that made me feel scared for nothing. And then I was going to feel even worse, because I'd put myself out there, I'd stepped out of my comfort zone, I'd done this thing I'd never done before, and I still didn't get any sales, right? So it was keeping me stuck, and my ego was absolutely running the show. And I never really got over that in my network marketing business, which was part of the reason why I stepped away from that, because it wasn't me. It wasn't aligned, and it didn't feel right for what I wanted to do and how I wanted my journey and my life to evolve. And so stepping into more of the coaching space and more of the mindset space, which is what I'm in now, it feels so good. And you know what? I am so thankful to that part of my life, to that pushing through the comfort zone that I had to do to build my business, because it brought me to here. And I would not be sat now doing this talk on film to you if I hadn't gone through those scary, horrible steps and I hadn't pushed myself out of my comfort zone. So every step of the way Every time we get out of our comfort zone, every time we stop our reptilian brain from running the show and trying to keep us safe, we move a step further to what it is that we actually want to do. And if you want to consciously rather than subconsciously create your life, you have to live more in pushing yourself. You have to stop subconsciously just doing the same thing, and you have to push through that, and you have to choose a new way. And when you choose that new way, it will become absolutely second nature to you. And so now I don't think anything of getting on camera and actually talking on Facebook or doing a live, or because I'm choosing a different pathway, and I have chosen that different pathway for a long time now, and so now it's second nature, and so that was my message for today. That's what I want to say. Just don't be scared to push out the comfort zone. Go for it, because it could lead you somewhere absolutely amazing.